It was just so dramatic, but I tried it a few times. It actually worked pretty good. You know, it got people's attention. I don't know if it was because of the demonstration or because they just thought, man, I'm talking to a crazy man here.
So you have some gear here.
Yeah, let me just. So basically, what we have here is a very antiquated, very crude instrument. It was invented in 1922, and it hasn't changed significantly since it was invented in 1922. Polygraph test itself, poly meaning many and graphos meaning tracings, is what the polygraph stands for. So the many tracings that the polygraph records are your blood pressure, your pulse rate, sweat activity on your hand, and your breathing. Next thing we're pulling out here is GSR electrodes, record what's known as the galvanic skin response, which is basically just increase or decrease in the sweat activity in your hand. This here is just a cardio cuff, similar to what the doctor uses to test your blood pressure in the doctor's office. So what we have here is a machine that can watch you breathe, watch 2 fingers on your right hand sweat, and watch your heartbeat. So the more heinous the crime under investigation, the more likely an innocent person is going to fail. Jacob, you're accused of molesting the 11-year-old neighbor girl, Sally. You're already in a state of shock because just the accusation alone is enough to ruin you. You're sitting there thinking, oh Lord, what will happen to me? What about my job, my neighbors, my friends, my family? This is just unbelievable. So you're stressed to the max already. You're already starting to sweat just thinking about it.
I'm already sweating.
Just thinking about this situation has already got you stressed out, and it's just an imaginary situation. Imagine if it were real.
When did your doubts in the polygraph first begin to manifest?
I'd been at it for a while, and of course I knew I could control my breathing, but I never could figure out how to control the cardio and blood pressure and the GSR until a friend of mine came in and started talking about the pucker factor and tightening up the anal sphincter muscle when he was under stress. And so after he left, I just hooked myself up to the polygraph and pumped up the air in the cuff and tightened up my anal sphincter muscle like I was trying to stop a bowel movement, and lo and behold, there was a most gigantic, wonderful, naturally occurring cardio rise, accompanied by a GSR rise. So just by simply tightening up your anal sphincter muscle, you can cause a reaction at will. Then all you had to do is figure out the appropriate time to do it. It takes a a-hole with a little training to beat an a-hole with a little training. Shortly thereafter, I quit. Wrote a letter of resignation.